Well, that fourth, yeah, was basically what summed up the fourth quarter. To stick a fourth in us, we were done as soon as we started to collapse. Yeah, what I was about to say was to start off this video is that fourth quarter was very, very messy. That was like an absolute landfill the way we were playing. How the Nets were putting us away. Kyrie doing his thing. Cheating McDouchebag out there up to his no good tricks again. Up there with the let me try that again. Kyrie putting us away, which is fine, but then you have a whole new ball game with the original cheating McDouchebag out there up to his no good tricks again. I mean, Patty didn't even have that great of a game, which was good, but yet LaMarcus Aldridge did kind of good to make up for it. But it was nice to see them back in San Antonio, and I'm sorry I haven't made much of these Spurs game reviews as much as I used to because of the fact this team has been so bad this year. Uh, Sorry, hold on. Fine. Yeah, this team has been so fucking bad this year. I knew we were going to be bad. I mean, I was only kind of excited because, this is my 25th season as a fan, so it's like my 25th anniversary. That was like the only good thing I was looking forward to of how long I've been a fan. But it's like, and also at the same time, I did know, even though I was looking forward to be 25, just being here for 25 years in this fan base, I knew we were going to be bad, thinking like, we're going to win here games here and there and not even touch the playoffs, I mean, at least get to the play-in. But I didn't know we were going to be this fucking bad to the point where it's like it's been causing me not to be fully blown into the games no more. And even when I do watch the games, I've not, out of spite, I've not made any like Spurs post game reviews because of it, because I've been so angry and frustrated with this fucking team to the point where it's like I just need to relax and not like get my anger so showcase my anger out there on the internet, and then you'll get punished for it. So that's why I haven't been bringing it to you. But since the first three quarters were kind of good, I will talk about that. So my computer, as you saw on TikTok, was kind of booting up and giving itself updates at the wrong time. I need a new one because that thing's a piece of shit now. Considering that every single thing I had saved on there for years is gone now. Because it just suddenly switched to a temporary profile. I mean, I did have all the files there in the temporary profile because there were some leftovers from the Mark IV file. But then the next time I reset the computer, after that, it just it took away everything this time. This time, no longer there. So I had to start all over again because of the fact that I had stuff up there that I was going to use for future projects, 2023, 2024, 2025, and beyond. Once I'm fucking older than dirt, I'll be 29, 30, 31 by then, and I'm not ready for that. But I'm saving that conversation for another day. So the first quarter was pretty solid. It was neck and neck. We were off to a slow start, and we ended it with the lead. You know, Considering that. Also, quick question: why is if Joe's in San Antonio now with Austin, then why didn't he not even get garbage time minutes? I mean, at least we got to see Juancho play, but I want to see not I don't want to see Juancho get garbage time minutes only. I want to see him actually get major minutes where he can do stuff. I want to see what he can do. I don't want him to be a bench warmer unless it's garbage time or it's like a blowout from start to finish without any runs from the team on the receiving end. But when we're blowing them out in the other team we're blowing out on the receiving end, I wish we don't. But anyway, so yeah, and that second quarter, I think Keldon got a minor injury, and was that the first quarter? No, I mean the first half. Keldon had a minor injury, and I thought he left to go to the locker room. I thought it was serious. I seriously was fearing the worst. I was fearing the worst, and expecting bad news, but thankfully he was okay and came back on the bench, so he was fine after that. And I don't know what Derek was thinking, though. I mean, before I get to that infamous inbounds pass like it was fucking football, which had us all, even Bill and Sean and Michelle, what the fuck was that? This is another reason why I fucking despise Harden, the cheating McDouchebag. I mean, yes, but also, even though he's not on the Rockets anymore, the Rockets as a whole, no matter who's on the team, whether they have Harden or not, are still the cheating McDouchebags as a whole group. So, therefore, Harden has a history of, dirty plays, plays in general. Plays in general, how he plays in general, I should say. I mean, he was the one responsible for, having DeJounte's 2018-2019 season wiped out in that preseason game with the ACL, because when DeJounte was injured on that one play in that game, guess who was the player he collided with? You guessed it, Harden, the bearded cheating McDouchebag. And then last year in the same game, he tried to injure DeJounte, didn't get it done, so he tried plan B and then just successfully injured Livin' La Vida Luca and broke his hand, And he could have seriously injured Derek tonight. But in the meantime, before I get into the rest of Derek, I will say, when Harden injured La Vida Luca and tried to injure DeJounte last year, right before Tim Duncan's Hall of Fame induction in Connecticut, when me and my dad went and recorded that long-ass vlog that you all got to see, when he got to the playoffs, he suffered a grade A calf strain, and as a result, the Nets lost in the playoffs. That was karma for not only trying to injure DeJounte and injuring Livin' La Vida Luca when he was with the Spurs, but that's also karma for costing DJ his 2018-2019 season, which could have been his original breakout year, to the point where he already been the monster player that he is now by this point, had you not done that. So, but anyway, Derek was able to come back in the game even with that blood. And we thought the blood was on his elbow, but it was in his mouth. And Vassell played horrible tonight, considering that he was the one filling in for Derek, on the floor until Derek was able to come back in the game. But he did the exact opposite of what Manu would have done if he got injured, be it still played. Done the opposite of what Duncan was used to do, one time did in Dallas in 2014 or 15. I think it might have been in 15. I remember watching that game here. So yeah, it was in this house, not Sandhurst. I mean, I keep thinking it was sometime in 2014. If it was 2014, it was probably on Sandhurst. But if it was 2015, it was here. When they played Dallas, and he had a knee injury, if you remember that game, and he went to the locker room to get it checked over, and me being the big Tim Duncan fan I got really, really nervous. I thought he was seriously hurt, considering he was getting much older. He wasn't prime Timmy anymore, but yet he came back in the game and kicked everybody's asses, and Spurs won and beat the Mavs. That's probably one of my favorite, underdog favorite Spurs games of all time in 25 years. But, Derek White unfortunately didn't do any of that. He kind of did at first, but then he just collapsed from there. He was lucky even with that shitty inbound pass, to the point where he threw that shit away like Ben, that Patty missed a subsequent shot, and then, he was having an off night as a whole, and the Spurs bled by 1 point. It was 1 point, we still had the lead. The beginning of the third quarter and the middle part was all right. I mean, Derek was trying to draw charges, but yet the refs weren't calling it like they usually do. And we were lucky Harden, the cheating McDouchebag, got a call to our charge at least once. I mean, he gets away with a lot of stuff that the other players don't get away with. So that's more than all these various reasons why I hate him. I can't stand LeBron. The league will be in a much better place when those two assholes retire. So therefore, when they're gone, they're gone. I'm not going to fucking miss them. But LeBron was saving for another day. I'm talking about the other James, the cheating McDouchebag, bearded Harden. So he did get called for a charge at one point. I know he dunked. He got that dunk. This time he actually made it this time, instead of the cheating McDouchebag's game for the Rockets. So when I say cheating McDouchebag, it's singular like Robbie Gordon, not plural. Talking about Harden. But when I say plural, I'm talking about the Rockets. So yeah. So therefore, that's when, the Nets started surging. The end of the third quarter, Kyrie started putting us away. The cheating McDouchebag went ham with his dirty tricks, and but just carried over into the fourth quarter with with that annual fourth quarter collapse. Back in the twilight of our dynasty, it was the third quarter blues. Now that post big three, it's now we went from the third quarter blues to the fourth quarter collapse. What more do you want? What more do you want? So, I mean, trying to think, but you already know how the fourth quarter went. We already saw it. But Josh Connor is the real MVP for tonight. He was more of an MVP than any of the Spurs players tonight were. I mean, basically all I can say in the fourth quarter is That would have been a perfect time to play. That was a good time to play Ubrix, I guess, considering like, he doesn't do shit anyway. And so a good time to play him in the fourth quarter when we know we have no chance coming back. So I'll allow it. But pretty soon he's about to lose his job to with Jock playing good and, Juancho hopefully getting major minutes to do stuff and Zach coming back. Even with that going away, Ubrix can kiss his job, let alone this team and this city goodbye, and hopefully for good. But anyway, that fourth quarter was nasty. But anyway, the next game is it's a Sunday versus the Sixers, but fuck that shit. I'm not watching it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really blown into the games anymore because sometimes I need a break, and not put up with these shitters on the team. So therefore, I'll be doing a lot of catching up on my shows sometime, like throughout the weekend. Maybe tonight if I have time to go in the basement during the overnight hours, and sometime tomorrow if I'm awake. After breakfast, my grandmother's birthday breakfast down the street at Blue Sky. But if I'm too tired, I'll just take a nap, then wake up and catch up on Goldberg's Last Stand, the Del Templo episodes that I missed. So therefore, I got it all figured out. So I will see you all for the next video. I won't be uploading anything tomorrow, but I will be doing my Last Leyendas del Templo reaction videos again come Sunday. So after I catch up on the previous video, so sometime tonight, late in the overnight hours, or tomorrow during TV catch-up day or night, whenever I do it, which includes those two episodes and the Goldbergs episode from this past Wednesday I missed because of the Ridgeville Midview basketball game. So have a good night tonight and a better day tomorrow. Life will give you a lot of lows, but when you hit a high, enjoy it. It ain't for the weak. Goddamn, be you. You have to try harder to do less. Take care, everyone. Good night. And to the San Antonio Spurs, let's try to be fucking better and to go here from here on out.